That's
And good
better.
evening and welcome. Grandad can't hear me for some reason. Don't know what's going on. Put a one in the
And
chat if you can hear.
I can hear you
Would
now, Grim.
appreciate it. What?
I can hear
Sorry?
you.
What?
I can hear you now.
Do you know what?
No.
I can see that. I can see it flashing, but I can't actually hear him. I don't know what he's up to.
Oh,
It was so. I don't know. Hello, it's another Q. It's Tony. J True. How you doing? Hello to Grandad if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Pardon? What? I can see it flashing, but I can't hear you.
All right.
But I wanted to chat with you. You know what it's like to upset an idiot and wind an idiot up.
Well, can you hear
Hello,
me?
Grandad. That's what you get for disappearing from the cellar. I hope it's bloody clean.
Yeah, it's nice
Shay
and clean.
Shanchi. Hey, what's going
There's a
on
bit
here?
of well,
What? Grandad, do you mind?
there's, there's a lot of sweet wrappers around.
Well, why haven't you cleaned them up after eating them?
I never did
Hi
that.
there, Robert, Todd, Shay, Roger, and I know I've pronounced that wrong. Scotty, how you doing? Robert, Mellows, hello, good evening and welcome. Good evening, everybody. Sorry, there was no show over the weekend. I agreed never to go live at the same time as Wolf Lover. Wolf Lovers, Paranormal Investigators. So I decided to next time I go live would be over the weekend. Then I got collared to go and see my granddaughter, so that didn't happen. So tonight really is the first chance. So yeah, I tell you what, isn't it nice when you see a baby that's only a few days old, and then you look at the father and you go, Jesus Christ, is that what you're going to fall into? Anyway, yeah, she's good. She's good. So, Grandad, what have you been up to?
Just like I say, that live ghost done. I've set up a new system. What's streaming out there as we speak. So I'm on two screens here. There's two screens in another room. it's,
Hey,
it's going
guys.
it's going nuts, man. It's going nuts.
Going nuts. Okay.
It's going nuts. And I'll put if I go it, hang on. I'll put my link in there. Where it
Right.
is.
For all you guys who've come over from Fake Mike, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. This is Grandad. Now, Grandad is an old codger, right? It really is. And what can I say? Well, he's bald as well. Oh my, who's that? Just turned up out of the blue. How did you do that? Fake Mike, real news. How are you doing, Will?
I'm doing very good, Grim, and I wanted to thank you before we start for all of your hard work that you've been doing, for what we've been working on behind the scenes, all the projects. And as I was saying on my stream just a moment ago, guys, Grim is the man. He's got so much, so much varied types of content, and I've been overusing the word thoughtful, but there's two people I think of when I use at least recently. There's others. There's three people. There's three people I think of that are very thoughtful. And it's good to be wise, but thoughtful in the way it's not just like, hey, here's something nice for you. It's more like thoughtful in their word choice and thoughtful in what they choose to say. One's Grim. One is Elijah Gizzarelli running for Rhode Island governor. Everyone go check him out. And then the other is High Impact Twitch. They're very thoughtful with what they say. Like, they're not people that talk like, oh, I say all this shit and they just say something and it's very succinct. It's very, you're able crystallize information in a very short span. The words that they choose are very impactful. So I appreciate everyone coming over from Fake Mike. I want everyone here to share this video, share this channel on your social media platforms. Check out GrimReaperRadioShow.com. And give a subscription and a comment and a like. Let them know this is my brother right here. This is the community we're building. Grim's firmly established part of that community, and also Granddad. Good to see you, man. How you doing?
Yeah, Grim Dad. That's what we've got. Yeah, very nice.
My apologies for the microphone. It's a brand new mic. Anyone would think it was easy to use. It should be theoretically. I've gone through enough of them. I've even had whisks, but they don't work as well, allegedly. Just want to say hi to everybody who's just turned up. Fantastic seeing you all here. I don't think we've had 33 in the chat right at the beginning. It's sort of madness. And I blame Will for that. And Grandad, of course. So.
Am I the only one that's hearing you, Grim, with a like or is that
I don't get you. Sorry.
You sound like you're like not completely roboting, but semi-roboting. I'm gonna throw it in the chat here, guys. How's the audio for everybody? How's the audio?
Yeah, I can hear you all right, Will.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but can you hear me?
Subscribe. And since we do have some new folks in here, that hopefully we got some new folks. Looks like we got some new folks in here. Grim, why don't you tell people about yourself, and so people know? I started telling people about you on that chat, but obviously, you know, you're your own guy and you can speak for yourself. So.
There's not a lot to say, really. I work closely with loads of other people, doing different things. Like Eddie, who's just turned up. He's always hopping in. He likes playing music and singing a few songs. I've got Fake Mike, who you all know. If you come over, go and check him out if you haven't done. What do I stand for? Free speech. That's what I would say. Free speech. Not hate speech, but free speech. There's a difference. However, I will always, even if I disagree with what you've got to say, I will always make sure that you have a platform to say it. There's only one rule in here, and that is that we respect everybody. You know, leave the crap at the door, as the regulars always do, and enjoy. Life is meant to be enjoyable. Hello, Eddie. How are you doing, mate?
Not too bad, Graham. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm hoping that this mic is actually working properly. Will said that it's sounding not quite robotic, but if anyone's got any problems with the mic, please let me know. I'll see whether I can make any alterations to it.
Sounds good to me so far.
Oh, good. It must be just your connection, Will.
It probably is. It's weird because I literally on my screen have 5 bars and I'm basically sitting on top of a 5G tower. So I don't know, and I'm in a city on the east coast of the United States. So it doesn't make any. Literally last time, Grim, I tried to join your show. It kept booting me out, and I was in not only a city but the capital city of this lovely small estate, Rhode Island. So I don't know what the hell is going on, but I've been trying to be calm, cool, collective, like hashtag the Matrix, but it has been taxing on me with all the BS. So, but I can hear you, and I guess people were saying that my audio was low. That's probably because I had it so far away. So I'm gonna make the dramatic, whoa, people watch, people, guys. So hopefully the audio is better. You guys can let me know in the chat. And yes, I've listened to a few of Eddie's songs, man. Eddie be killing it on the guitar, man. I've heard a couple of his songs on your streams, and that's one of the things about Grimdad is you never know what you're gonna get on this channel. I mean, the topic list is incredibly varied. So it's an honor to join, guys, and make sure you guys subscribe right now if you haven't already subscribed to Young Grimmy.
Well, I really do appreciate it. Rasta, long time no speak. Hope you're doing all right, my friend. If you've got a decent connection, you're more than welcome to come up, but I know you've had problems in the past. Scotty, I'm sure I've seen you around. Teflon, always good to see you. And the guy who nicknamed me Grimdad is, of course, the one and only Tony Lee. He comes out with all sorts of things. Deanna, how you doing? Thanks for joining us, Landraver. Do you know what? I'm overwhelmed with everybody that's turned up. I think it's fantastic. Rick the Screwball. It's a while since I've seen you in here. Nice to see you. Thank you very much. Here's a question for you. Right? Do you think that our rights, and I'm not just talking about in the UK or Great Britain, but do you think that our rights are being eroded away
Dwayne's
by the
World,
powers
party
that be?
time, excellent, woo, woo, woo. Yeah, absolutely. And it's a
Yeah.
sad thing. In short, I view human history as a struggle, tyranny versus freedom. If you go back to Samaria, Egypt, Babylon. There were tyrants, and people fought for their freedom. Same thing with the fast forward to the Greeks, the Roman Empire. Fast forward to 1215 with Magna Carta. Fast forward to 1776. Fast forward to 1865. Civil rights in the 1960s. But unfortunately, what's happened in short is the technocrats, the powers that shouldn't be, have been able to put us into a psychological and technological structure which has slowly eroded our rights. And now we're actually worse off than we were hundreds of years ago. But in order for anything else to flourish, in order for science, art, business, anything else to flourish, you have to have freedom. So yes, it is. It's just the nature of governments to take away freedoms, and it's human nature to want to be free. I think that's one of the main dichotomies that's been at play throughout human history. And I think if we do not do something non-violently very soon, like sharing Grimm's videos, sharing my videos, getting out there non-violently, any and everything that you can do, connecting with people, holding up a sign. There's a billion things that you can do. Start a business to help people. But we need to do this shit now. I was telling you guys before cooties happened that the time is now, then cooties happened. So God only knows what they got up their sleeves. We have the Patriot Act, the NSA, the humans getting trafficked. We got all these illegal wars. We got Yemen. We got freaking genocide in China, North Korea. We need to do something. So yes, I absolutely would agree with you. All right, and that's why I'm here. That's why I respect standing shoulder to shoulder with someone like yourself, is because you worked yourself through the technological, psychological programming, and you said, you know what, fuck this shit. I don't care what happens, but I'm not a bitch. I'm gonna try.
Eddie, would you disagree or agree? I know you're a man of few words.
I would agree.
Thank you. And I'll show you the reason why I'm going to continue this fight. There you go. There's a little Grimster. She's only about 4 days old there.
Oh my gosh.
And that is the reason why, folks. First time I was going to put it up earlier on, show a few people, but I thought I'd leave it until the show. So she is our future as far as I'm concerned. She is the one that I want to do this for, because in 30 years' time, I'm not going to be around, but she will be. So I want to make radical changes as quickly as possible. And I'm not talking about changes which means that we go to war, that we start fighting people physically. It's more about doing it peacefully and non-violently. Trouble is, I've just got to get my head around the fact that whoever you vote for in whatever country, the government always gets in. But that's the reason why I'm stepping up to fight.
I just want to take a quick second to to say to Tony Lee, thank you very much. I'm flattered, not interested, but very flattered, and that compliment made my day. So thank you.
I don't know what the compliment was I was showing the little one. But yeah, I just want to say thanks to everybody and your lovely comments as well.
Absolutely.
I must admit, I did look at her and I looked at, as I say, looked at my son and I thought, you are responsible for this little beauty? Really? But I can say that. I've got the perfect voice, I think, for saying things, so to speak. People say it's nice and calm, it's relaxing. Personally, I just say it how it is, but my face suits radio. Honestly.
Well, you know what? I've got the body of a 12-year-old prepubescent girl. So I mean, we all work through our defects, right? And
One needs to be careful what one says because there's a lot of clippers around here. That's all I'll say on that one, folks.
it's true. You know what? I've even said it before. I mean, there's such easy ways to Photoshop me, to make and clip me. And the thing is, they don't. The thing is, the people that watch and hate on our videos, and I honestly feel bad for them. So I'm not saying this with any disrespect, but they're not. Most of them clever enough to make some of these.
Now you're roboting.
Sorry.
It's all right. Hello to Fallen. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Great, fantastic. Not seen you for a while, but there again, we had near enough a full show to ourselves, didn't we, at one point?
Right. We sure did. There was something I just wanted to ask you.
Go for it.
When that baby was born, was that baby born like in a I don't know what you call it over there, but a hospital or whatnot, right?
She was delivered in a hospital. Yes, it had to be a C-section.
So when people are talking about like fake Mike real news and everybody's talking about stepping up and doing something for freedoms or whatever, is there certificates that they have to sign over there, like a birth certificate for that?
Oh, don't go down this route. I know what you're going to say next. Right. Once you've signed them over, once you've given them a name and you've got a certificate, their name belongs to the government. True?
Well, that's what I'm just asking it because I mean I'm just wondering what would happen. What would happen if somebody just like put the kibosh on that for a little while? Just if somebody was going to give birth and they gave birth, and when they come in there and go, "Hey, you need to sign this certificate. You need to do this." If they just went, "I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to postpone that," of what would actually come down upon those people if they decided just to take that stance just for what period of time and making a change or seeing what a difference would cause of what would actually happen to those people. Like, what would be the repercussions if they chose not to sign that certificate?
So, technically speaking, in the UK, my understanding is it's been changed to something like 8 weeks for you to register the birth of a newborn. And if you don't, technically, you could be prosecuted, technically. The problem is that if you don't register over within the UK, you don't get get that tag, the national health number, which stays with you for the rest of your life, so that you can get free medical treatment. You need to have that. That is your identifying number.
Is that like our social security number here?
No. We have a national insurance number which you get when you turn 16, I believe. So no, it's not quite this. It's not the same. But in order to get medical treatment, to be seen by a doctor, you need to register with a doctor, and you have to confirm the national health number which is given to you. Well, the parents do. But my understanding is a child up until the age of 7 can reclaim their birthright and become a free person, technically speaking. So they can actually reject the birth certificate and they then become a free person. However, I don't know whether, you see, we have what we've got is what we've got. We're not going to change it. And any from that point of view, it takes more than a revolution. You've got to change people's mindsets, and in order to do something like that, you've got to do it step by step. The theory of common law works, but in practice, it doesn't. That's what all I'm going to say on that one. I'm not going to get drawn into a conversation around common law tonight. I am only staying on this live until 10 o'clock. I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning. I'm a little bit tired, to say the least. So that's the reason why I don't want to get tied up into just one area. Another time, definitely, but not at the moment, Mr. The Fallen. Because you're a nice guy, actually. I enjoy our conversations.
I enjoy them too, and I want to say I understand where you're coming from, but I mean, I appreciate that you answering me and giving me that opportunity to like follow through with that, and you didn't just go, "Hey, I know where you're going, and I'm not going to allow you to talk." So I appreciate that you kept your word in that people can come on and discuss certain things.
Yeah, well, you're respectful. I'm respectful to you. Hello, Angel. I did see you there. I just didn't get a chance to say hiya. We have a difference of opinion, by the way, folks, and there's only one person who can confirm this. Grandad, is the dungeon that we have better or worse than Anne Marie's? There's a good question.
It's worse.
It's worse than Anne Marie's.
No, yeah, it's worse. Anne Marie's is for pleasure.
Oh, right, okay. Well, maybe you should go there occasionally.
I do nip there sometimes.
But, Chop, how you doing, mate? Come on up if you want to. Come and have a chat with Fake Mike Real News and The Fallen. Eddie's waiting there to give us a song, I know that. I'm not taking that away from you, mate. We will have a song from you if you wish. If you got something which is upbeat, that'd be great. Oh, hang on a second. I'm going to have to change the battery in the hearing aid. It's bleeping at me. I hate it when it does that. And I've lost track of what I was going to say. Will, over to you.
I want to say you guys got a lively chat here. Let's see who we got in the chat. We got Rasta. Always good to see Rasta. Doghouse. Pork chops and applesauce. Anne Marie. Robert Wolf. I'm always seeing you. It really helps when you guys comment, so I appreciate this a lot. Let's see. I'm curious too. I'm hoping we got good old Grim over 500 right now. Hopefully he's almost there, because I believe that once you get that, you can get your custom URL, and that's going to be helpful. So guys, if you're not subscribed, I know the statistics are like only 40% typically of YouTube viewers actually subscribe to the videos. It saves you time to type in the Grim Reaper Radio Show all the time. Just subscribe, hit the bell so you know when he's going to go live. You never know what he's going to do or who he's going to have with him when he's live. And also, there's a precautionary thing as well, too, just because sometimes going live can literally save your life. So for that fact alone, everyone make sure you hit the bell for notifications on Grim and support somebody that's been doing a lot of hard work behind the scenes, as well as in front of the scenes.
That's better. It stopped bleeping. I put a battery in. It helps. Eddie.
Yes, sir.
Have you got something lined up for us?
I do indeed.
So, can I just ask, guys? Oh, you have already muted up. It's just me. Eddie, whenever you're ready, take it away, my friend.
Okay. Well, I took a stroll on the old long walk on a day, yeah. I met a little girl who started to talk on a fine soft day, and I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. And I knew right then I'd be taking a whirl around the Salt Hill Prom with a Galway girl. We were halfway there and the rains came down on a day, and she ups me up to her flat downtown on a fine soft day, and I asked you, friend, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. So I took her hand and I gave her a twirl, and I lost my heart to a Galway girl. Ho! When I woke up, I was all alone, with a broken heart and a ticket home. And I asked you now, tell me what would you do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? 'Cause I traveled around, been all over this world, but I never seen nothing like a Galway girl. Huh. And I asked you now, tell me what would you do if her hair was black and her eyes were blue? 'Cause I traveled around, I've been all over this world, boys, I never seen nothing like a Galway girl.
Woo! Show your tits.
Oh, Eddie, as always, fantastic. Thank you very much. Fallen, you're still here. How are you doing, my friend? I know you don't want to get into any. Well, you would like to get into a nice discussion, but I just don't want to. I'm too happy today. You know, it's the first live after. Sorry.
No, I'm still here. I was listening, and I mean,
right.
I get why you it's like been up since 3. I mean, the sun's just, it's like a little after midday here. So, I mean, I get it. I was just,
Yeah,
I was just curious because just that talk and I was listening and it was just like, and doing things, I just wondering how it happened over there. Like, could you like get in serious trouble or whatnot? You know what I mean?
I think you get end up with a fine, to be honest. Just want to say hi to Crusacian Sasquatch. He's always popping in. You're welcome to come up. We've got Laura Kay in. Nice of you to turn up. John Hobbs. And of course, we've got loads of other people in. Thank you so much. I might show you the little darling a little bit later. Um, but you see, I think is I don't want them horrible, what they called now, trolls, to start, being trolls. Not on a little kid,
Hey,
you know.
send the trolls my way. I know people say don't feed the trolls, but I'm quite the opposite. I love dealing with trolls. So if any trolls identify yourself now, come out from that disgusting bridge with your fake name and your fake profile picture with nothing better to do. Please come out and engage with me, and we'll have some drama content.
Well, the latest troll is a guy called, well, he looks like a clown. We the People Tyrant War. An absolute idiot. That's all I can say. He's the idiot who bought a website very similar to ours and made it so that it's unsafe. And I'll always remind him of that. So clip that one, clown. Anyway, it's enough about that. Thank you so much for coming in. Everyone's been so lovely with each other. I'm on a natural high for the time being, at least. I don't think there's anybody's going to be able to upset me at the moment, because I really don't care. Yeah, We the People Tyrant War. Yeah, is a piece of trash. I wouldn't even bother going looking at his channel, to be honest. But if you want to go over, have a look. I'm not going to stop you. You can't make any comments because he turns all the comments off. So that's how good he is. What was I going to say then? Yeah, anybody else wants to come up? We've got plenty of room up here. It'd be nice to see a few other faces up, or not so much faces, your avatar, whichever. Hello, Jeffco. How are you doing, mate? All the way from Washington. Yeah, I've got plenty of room up here, so yeah, feel free. So long as we're nice to each other, that's all I want to say. But if there's anything controversial, we'll discuss it in an adult way. I think that's a good way of putting it. So, the Fallen. I hope I've answered your question. I personally wish I was never registered, but there again, because of my health, I'm glad that I was in other ways, because at least I can get bloody treatment. I don't know whether I can get much treatment for being a little bit loopy and wanting to stand up for our rights, regardless of what they are and where they are. I'm one of the few Brits that agrees, and it's a controversial subject, but I agree with the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. Most people disagree with me. And say, oh, well, you can't go that, you can't talk about that. I don't leave anything off the agenda whatsoever. But I am going to ask Will something. Can you tell us what the Third Amendment is?
I don't answer questions, Grim.
You ask coppers that, so that's the reason why I thought I'd ask you.
Well, it's directly from our Revolutionary War time period when King George would forcibly station redcoats in American houses and force them to feed them and do all this other stuff. but that also applies to the United States military as well. So it basically says that no soldier in time of war nor peace should be stationed in your house. My caveat to that is, well, we have a digital soldier in our house. It's the NSA, it's the CIA. That's happening. Edward Snowden exposed that a long time ago. Nobody fucking bats an eye. Then I was saying the Third Amendment because that's all, like everyone knows the first two, but then Todd, shout out to Todd, he was like, "Yo, ask him the 5 points of the First Amendment," right? And I was like, "Come on, Todd, you got it." I was like, "Surely these people will know the First Amendment, Todd." And he said, "I don't think they will," and stop calling me Shirley. So then I've been asking them the First Amendment, and I've been going across the country doing that. I've only got as close as one officer telling me 4 out of the 5. I've yet, in this entire country, I've been quizzing officers for months now on the First Amendment specifically, and I've yet to get one correct response. One. So that should just tell you something about the knowledge. And then one last thing I'd say about the Second Amendment, since you also brought that up, is when I did my live video last night, my live audit last night, there were literally 10 Providence police cruisers that shut down one of the busier streets on a Sunday night. And the call, and I went and I filmed the computer screen there, and the call was for a person with a gun. Meanwhile, this country was built by people with guns, and nobody should be called for a person with a gun unless they're waving it around and threatening to shoot anybody. That was not the case. Just somebody had a gun. And so 10 officers show up. There shouldn't be one officer there. There should be like another officer be like, "Good, I'm glad you have a gun. That's we get paid to support your Second Amendment." But instead of getting paid to support your Second Amendment, when a free man owns a gun here in the United States, 10 officers are called. So our entire Bill of Rights has been shredded, and that's even before the whole cooties thing. It's sick.
Hang on. The call came out, a man with a gun, so 10 others turned up with guns. That sounds like a bit of a posse to me. Hi, Dodge the Badger. How you doing, mate? Yeah, all right. It's okay for me on this side of the pond to take the mickey out of certain things, but we have the same issue over here. Not so much with guns, but with coppers. I've noticed that they just multiply for no reason. You never see one, and they're a bit like buses, except they turn up 10 at a time. You know, fantastic. You know, what's your take on that one, Fallen?
I find it, how am I going to say it, hypocritical that you can, let's say, go to a courthouse in a town or in a city that has a law that claims it's illegal to open carry a firearm. Yet, if you try to go through the security and you don't want to go through it because you don't want to be searched or anything seized from you, that all these people will show up that are open carrying firearms saying they're going to arrest you, but it's illegal to open carry. It's like, it just boggles my mind of how the law can be stated you can't open carry, but all these policemen will show up to arrest you and all of them will be open carry.
Yeah, that's about the size of it. And I think that we have a bit of an issue with some coppers. Okay, so here's a question for you, and it came up in somebody else's live, but we've got some people here who are fairly outspoken, and we've got a number of people who are outspoken in the chat as well, which I think is great. What is the most common sentence which is used in auditing when somebody with a camera is confronted by somebody with a gun?
Let me see some ID.
Why are you
That's
filming?
one.
Why are you filming?
That's the other one. Why are you filming?
Yeah.
Now, I personally think that it's or what are you doing? I actually think that it's pretty obvious and a dumb question, personally. I'm filming because I can. I'm filming because I'm a tourist to this area, and I just wanted a video of what it was I was doing. What law have I broken? And then you'll get all sorts of. I mean, you've got like what is it? The first and second type of arrest or reason to be arrested. My mind's a little bit slow at the moment, as usual, but I've noticed that a lot of people are starting to use the words, what articulative crime have I done, and can you explain it to me? Because I don't know. What is it I've done wrong? And as soon as you start challenging them over here, the first thing they do is they turn around and say, Section 43, the Anti-Terrorist Act, we're going to search you. And over there, they just say, going to detain you. Now, what's the difference between being detained and arrested?
Nothing. Detainment is being arrested. It's just a temporary arrest where you don't go down to the jailhouse and they don't throw you in the back of the car. They can still put you in the car, but it's still an arrest. That's why some people think that as soon as they detain you, and if they're going to put cuffs on you, you should automatically Mirandize, is start claiming your Miranda rights, and that you're not going to provide anything. Anything you say, it's like pleading the fifth, because basically you're under arrest. So when they start, and you don't want to help anybody when you're under arrest, you want to ask for an attorney. It's like, I want an attorney, because it's actually an arrest.
I totally agree. I don't think there's anything difference between the two, but yeah, I mean, some auditors go out to deliberately wind up the police and make them look bad in front of a camera. I actually disagree with that, because anybody who's in front of a camera who challenges you when you're out there, whether you be a tourist or whether you be an auditor, because they don't know who you are, as soon as they start telling you what to do, they're giving you unlawful orders, in my opinion. And unless they've got the right to give you the unlawful orders, then I would just say carry on. Be nice to them. There's no point in winding them up too much. But just by being nice and not losing your rag in front of them, probably gets them more annoyed than anything else, because they know they can't do anything.
Right. Oh, sorry.
Go on. No, it's all right.
What annoys me is when they ask them, like if the policeman tells them something or the officer tells them something, they'll always go, I don't know why it's annoying to me, but they always go, is that a lawful order? And it's like, why do they even ask them that? You know what I mean? If the policeman you go up to doesn't know, let's say, the 5 things of the First Amendment or whatever, the Constitution, or the third or the second, it's like, why they ask them, are you giving me a lawful order? And because, of course, the cop's going to say, yeah. They're never going to say, no, I'm not giving you a lawful order. They'll always think it's lawful. There's nothing you're going to be able to explain to them other than you have to tell them that's not a lawful order and get in a big argument with them, because they're going to argue it. They are the laws the way they see it.
Scotty's pointed something out. Kill them with kindness. You don't need a gun to kill them. Just show kindness towards them. And you don't need to be sarcastic either, because you know your brain's better than theirs, because they're wearing a clown suit. Or it might as well be, because 9 times out of 10, you're asking for their ID number and what the name is. They will go, right here, can't you read it? As if they're going to turn around to a magistrate or a judge or anyone when they're giving evidence, and they turn around and they say, and your name is? Are they going to say, right here?
Let me just respond
Yeah.
to the fallen. The reason why I use that particular phraseology, are
That's
you giving
shady.
the reason
Sorry.
are you giving me a lawful order is because if I then go ahead and am arrested, I can play that evidence in court of him admitting he's giving a lawful order, but what's happening is not lawful, and that would definitely help out my case. So that's
So that would be, so he would be acting outside the color of law?
exactly.
Okay.
That's just like
I get that.
same thing. It's like the same thing like this. Like when cops ask for your ID, I used to be like, no, why would you want my ID? You can't see my ID, whatever. Sometimes I do that, but sometimes I'll say, I'll tell you what, I have my ID right here. I'm going to put it in this pocket right here. If you want to come violate my rights and you want to act out of color of law, if you want to violate your oath, go ahead, but I'm not going to be a party to that. And that's like basically saying, and if they do that, then you're like, cha-ching, cha-ching. Unfortunately, I've had my rights violated so many fucking times, and there's no good lawyers, and I'm fighting all this shit myself, and it takes years for the slow wheels of justice to be moved. But that's the thinking behind it. Whether it works or not, so far hasn't worked for me. So take it for what you will.
Lollipop, can you give us an idea of who you are? Tell you what.
Yeah, it's me. Grandad said I've got to clear all the sweeties up.
Someone's had some helium.
No, I'm only 6 years old.
Well, I can think of a couple of people who that could be. The chances are it's probably Indy.
Well, they don't call you Grim Dad for nothing.
That's but he's telling Grandad that he's got to clear up all these sweetie wrappers.
Well, I hate to say this, but this is an over 18 only show, so see you later. Hello. Take some more helium. No? Okay. Bye for now. I don't know. These people, they're great, aren't they? When you're old enough, come back.
It's alright. You get back to conversation. I'm off to clear.
Sorry, I haven't a clue what you're trying to say, or she. Hello? Do you want to try again?
Yeah. Okie dokie. I'm gonna go now. I need to sweep up.
Yeah, you go and you go back down to the basement. Oh, some people, eh? Some people. Could only be one person that. Eddie, would you like to give us a little song?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much, sir.
Sometimes in our life we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have failed, you need to borrow, for no one can feel those of your needs that you don't let show. So just call on me, brother. Need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem to understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'm gonna be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. So just call home, brother. You need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem, but you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load if you just call me, call me, call me. Just call home, brother. You need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem to understand. We all need somebody to lean on.
That was lovely, Eddie. Lovely.
Yep.
Have you had the helium yet?
What you on about? I mean, shop.
Where were you when the chicken arrived?
I nipped out to shop. Oh, you mean lollipop? You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. She's got in there, but she made a right mess. So I've told her to get her and cleared up and sent her to bed.
About time. I thought it was just a helium thing.
No.
You don't let kids in here. See what happens when you disappear? You're supposed to be guarding the place.
Well, I didn't know. She just ran out and grabbed my phone and went. You know what I mean?
In answer to Laura's question, when you're feeling better, I'm sure you and Eddie can come up with some sort of duet. But you've got to remember the way that Eddie plays things is slightly slower than normal in some cases, and in others, it's faster. Isn't it, Eddie?
Yes. It's all in the timing.
That's right, yeah.
Oh, God. What? Rasta, what are you going on about? What, like Velcro wellies? I've missed something in the chat.
You must have done, because it's even got me baffled.
You still at Wilders falling? Have you fallen asleep?
No, I'm still here.
I'm not far off falling asleep. That's why I asked. It's been one hell of a long day today. Beyond Jim's Skin, how you doing? Great to see you.
Oh, Jim.
You've been around a couple of times. I do appreciate it, and everybody's coming in. If you come in to see a little picture of the little Grimster, well, you missed it. But I will put her on show again later, just for those people who have missed it and those who want to go, Nick, cute. Wait till it grows up.
Well, that's it, isn't it? It's all right while they're all little and cuddly. The sun.
Wait till it gets to the terrible twos.
Yeah.
Well, I look at it this way. For the first 18 months, you're teaching them to talk, you're teaching them to walk, well, to crawl, and then to walk. And then for the next 18 years, you say, shut up, sit down, and don't move. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Aye.
But that's kids for you. I mean, parents never do as they're told. Gets even worse when you hear granddad. Or grimdad. I have warned my son and his partner that, yes, I will wait until you got a nice white dress on her, and I'll wait until all the photos have been taken and everyone's gone, oh, wow, really cute she is, and all the rest of it, and then I'll give her the dark chocolate. Or the Ribena.
Yeah.
Because that's a swine to get out whites, apparently. And what do you mean, Anne-Marie? Behave. I bet she melts my heart. Well, if I had one, possibly. But on this side of reality, I don't have a heart. Just ask Grandad. I've managed to catch up with him, and since I caught up with him last Friday, he's not been out the dungeon again. And then when I do, you let some bleeding kid up.
Well, I can.
Thank you very much.
I went to shop, I told you.
I've told you to stay in the dungeon occasionally. Who's watching the dungeon now?
Lollipop.
Oh, that's all right then. Make sure she does a good job.
I will, though.
And I take it you're paying her, because I'm not.
Well, she only wants a bag of sweets. You left some down there, so I let her have them. But, and then she made a mess.
You know what? You can't take you anywhere, can you?
Right? No, sure can.
Oh, guess by the way, for anybody who thinks that me and Grandad talk a load of shit, we do. Well, on this show anyway.
Grim.
What?
You know the bed sagas, don't you?
Yes.
I fell through the bed again.
I've told you about jumping off that wardrobe.
You asked Nicholas who was in stitches. It was here. Yeah.
You always do it in front of somebody, don't you?
No. Your lot was on land last time, but he was physically here. He couldn't get his breath. I said, go get your asthma pump.
I wouldn't mind, but Grandad isn't exactly overweight. He just knows how to break beds.
Yeah, sure do.
By sitting on them.
Yeah.
This is the trouble when you get a bed with slats on.
That's right. Never buy a bed with slats.
Hang on. Wait a minute. Anne-Marie, if you feel up to it, you're more than welcome to come up onto my show. and Grandad's show. We'll have a chat about Liverpudlians. Andy, great seeing you. I know that Anne-Marie isn't too good at the moment. She was walking this morning in the early hours, turning around and saying she wasn't well, but she was still there. So, the Fallen, have we put you off coming over here yet?
Oh no!
Not that we're trying to. You know, we can have a serious discussion occasionally. You know,
Yeah.
and other times we just talk a load of shite or crap or whatever label you want to put on it. You know.
So are you and Granddad related?
No. In short, we just have a very similar sense of humour. He lost his, I found it for him.
Yeah.
He was wandering around in the desert.
Yeah, because he always gets put in the dungeon, so I was just wondering why he's always the one in the dungeon.
My name's above the door.
Oh, okay, I got it. It reads the Reaper's house.
Sam's a chicken.
Listen, I know you can drop me anytime because you have that special privilege. The last time you did that, how many weeks did you spend in the dungeon? Yeah. Locked away?
Yeah.
You don't want to do that again. Listen, folks, he was complaining that his mop wasn't working and his brush wasn't working. And I said to him, like your head, it's got 2 hairs on it. It's still usable.
Yeah, and Mrs. J stuck up for me and he booted her. So I booted him when Mrs. J come back.
No. She didn't stand up for you. She suggested that you should have a new mop.
Well, it's still for me,
and I said that Grandma wasn't around. South Alabama, how you doing? Anyway, how is Grandma?
Fine.
Good. But she doesn't come on as Grandma, does she? She comes on as Granddad's wife.
Well, that was her doing, not mine.
I know. Explains a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Rasta, did you get a new phone yet? Or a decent internet connection? You have to come up. I do miss you, by the way. Because your sense of humour is as warped as ours.
Yeah, sure is.
Oh, by the way, folks, it's 4:20 somewhere. I'm not sure which planet, but it's 4:20 somewhere. If you got them, light them up. If you don't, and you have a drink, have a drink. If you can't do either, just put a smile on your face and tell your face that you're happy. I asked the wife once, I said, are you happy? She said, yeah, to tell your face.
Yeah.
I'm a sod in real life as well, folks. For those people who, some people have met me. I'm just
I can
the same.
Second that. Yeah, sure can.
Whatever's written on the tin, that's what you get.
Right.
And if it says shit, that's what you get as well. That's when you go around to... Oh, no, tell a lie, sorry. Go around to Grandad's. If you're lucky, you might get a sausage roll. Depends on whether I've been round there first.
I was just going to say that. You beat me to it. Yeah, Grim gets there first. You haven't got a chance.
Anybody wants to come up? Anyone at all? I'll pin the link at the top. The majority of you I know. There might be the odd one I don't know. Like Lollipop. Reckon guess who Lollipop was? Soundboard. I hate them. Saying that, I had one earlier. I've just got disconnected it for this thing to go in.
Yeah,
this wonderful mic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's who it is. We're paying for one as well. Not nice.
That's it.
So you'll be able to hear me in stereo. Fallen. You got any anecdotes? Anecdotes? Yeah, anecdotes. You got any one-liners?
Ask me if I'm an orange.
No, I won't, because you've asked me to. Grandad, does he look like he's been tangled yet?
Oh,
Well, Fallen, he said, is he an orange?
it could be.
Lurk is in the house as well.
Fallen, are you an orange?
No.
There you go. There's the question answered. Are you an apple? Jinskin says.
No.
Okay, I've got to ask this. Are you fruity, sir?
No. Even though they're on my underpants, I got some fruits on the label.
Oh my God, fruit of the loom.
Fruit of the loom.
Most people have them on the t-shirts, not on their underpants.
Oh yeah, I guess
it's actually nice, actually, for an American to admit they've got underpants that they wear them. I'm only joking. Hey up, who's ringing the golden shot? Oh, it's Eddie. I thought he was dropping a subtle hint then. I want to make it a song.
His next song is calling.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you're asking Rick a question. Sorry, Rasta, I thought you were asking a generalised question.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. We were under the impression the song was calling you.
I could give it another blast.
Did you make that ring tune up yourself?
It was actually one of your fellow countrymen. He was calling me because he's bored.
No, tell him to come on here. He won't be bored for much longer. Depending on who it is, of course.
Cool Tilts.
No, not heard of that one. It's a good, nice name. So, what are you going to sing us next, Daddy?
Well, we give a blast of a bit of Neil Diamond, I think.
Neil Diamond, right? Okay. Okay, so while you're tuning up, I know a lot more women that don't wear underwear than men. Usually wearing fair coats.
And the feelings they bang. Palm trees grow and rains are low, but you know I keep thinking about making my way back. I'm lost between two shores. It is fine, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't mine no more. I am myself to no one there, and no one does. Did you ever hear about the frog who dreamed of being a king and then became one? Well, except for the names and few other changes, if you talked about me, the story's the same one. But I have an emptiness deep inside, and I try, but it won't let me go. I'm not a man who likes to swear, but I never cared about for the sound of being alone. I am myself, to no one there, and no one heard at all, not even the chair. I am a cry, I am said I, and I am lost it, can't even say why. Believing in wrong is still. I am myself, so no one there, no one could at all, not even the chair. I am my pride, I am said I, and I am lost and I can't even say bye. Leaving me lonely still.
Well,
Well done.
Grandad's been timed out by somebody. I don't know how that managed to happen, but hey, maybe you shouldn't put comments in the chat. I don't know.
Comments. All I put was a channel.
Yeah, well, just tell me how you got timed out. You must have timed yourself out.
I didn't.
Well, hey, Carl and Alison, great. Fantastic. I'm so glad you're here. This guy, Eddie, I put an idea in, and so far, we've yet to match you up so that you can give us a little concert. What are you doing next Friday? Would you like to do a concert with Eddie? You know, or take it in turns doing playing some music? We can have a music show. What do you think, Carl, Allison, Eddie?
Well,
Well, if you're around, that is, if you can make it. I'm not putting any pressure on you. Yeah. Carl Nelson, hi Graham, hi Eddie, well done. Eddie, you seem to be famous, mate.
I think so.
You'd be more famous, Eddie, because I went to put in your link up. I got timed out. So
I don't know how that happened, but Eddie can put his own link in.
Yeah.
Anytime, you know. Eddie needs a bass and keyboard. Oh, and a female singer. How's that for a backing track? Yeah. What do you think, Fallen? Do you think we should do something like that? Get some artists together and have a bit of a bop on a Friday night? Or Friday afternoon in your case?
Hey, it's all about the timing.
Yeah, well, we're always going to be 5 hours at least in front of you, maybe more. So, I keep waking up early, and the only things which are on are things like the shit show, which is great, by the way. And then there's a couple of other channels that are on more peaceful. You know. See, Eddie's put his own link in.
Yeah, that's it.
If you haven't already, go over and watch some of his stuff.
Yeah,
You know, when and where, Grim, it would give. We'll give it a go. Testicles. Okay, new. Welcome. Sort it out with Eddie. Most Friday nights, it's you can come up anytime. You know that. Put some, a bit of a backing track behind some of the stuff. I'm sure you could actually make a really good group, to be honest, on YouTube. You can go touring different places. It's a good question. Yeah, Friday night. I know it's Monday night. I don't mean to confuse people. For those people who aren't sure what day it is definitely Monday, not a Friday. There was something else on Friday, and I didn't want to take even one person away from that wonderful evening of paranormal activity. And that's when Grandad went out.
That's correct.
Well, it is Oktoberfest, guys and girls, and we are going to be doing the odd live, other than on a Friday. We've been doing it so far, and it's been working quite well. I might do another one later in the week. I'll see how tired I am. And someone's got their speaker on. Was that you, Fallen? not mentioning any names.
It's maybe Fallen.
Okay, ta-ra, Tess. You go run, you go. Thanks for dropping in. Most appreciated. I never put any pressure on anybody other than Grandad, by the way. And Grandad only puts pressure on me when I don't let him out the dungeon. And tonight, because it's Monday, and only because it's Monday, he's allowed out for a couple of hours for good behaviour.
Yeah.
So, shall we try and have a serious discussion? Nah, can't be arsed.
Not in the climate what we've got. I think we need a bit of comedy, to be honest.
Okay, so who are we going to elect next as the Prime Minister? Sorry, political joke. Not allowed, I know. Have you ever heard of this Prime Minister we've got, the Fallen?
Okay, I'd have to say I forgot.
No. Yeah, someone called Liz Truss. I mean, I don't trust her. She's done the biggest U-turn in the shortest space of time. I mean, I thought that good old BJ was bad, but still, you know. I tell you what, Dodge the Badger, you use saucepans and a wooden spoon. Well, I've heard you're very good with a wooden spoon, stirring it. Didn't realise that you used saucepans, though. Is that to clout people on the head? Yeah, this trust, what can I say? Moving on. Is there any other politician that we can talk about? No.
The Taoiseach.
The what?
The Taoiseach.
Are you swear? The Taoiseach?
The Taoiseach.
Oh, right, okay. Sorry, maybe my brain cells aren't touching, but what was all that about?
Liz Truss called her Prime Minister the T-sock.
Oh, right. Okie dokie.
Apparently so, I don't know.
Have you heard? Oh, well, actually, this is. I wonder whether or not she'll still be in power when the king's coronation happens.
I think she'll be lucky. I think I've got a funny feeling something's going to happen in the next couple of days.
What? You mean she might be ousted for impersonating a prime minister?
Basically, I was watching it in the thing and she left, so and she didn't look happy.
Well, there's only been a couple of Tory MPs who have come out and said that she's a load of garbage.
4.
Yeah, 4. Well, that's a few. Yeah. No trust in Truss. So many U-turns.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a nice full grim picture. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to watch the chat and think along the same lines at the same time. Yeah, I was talking about the coronation. Have you noticed that it's going to be the first Saturday in May? Officially announced. And do you know why they're going to do it then? So they can rip us off of a bank holiday. Because they're going to move spring bank holiday. Sorry, not spring bank holiday, May Day bank holiday, which is traditionally a day celebration by the working class. All right, they're going to move that to the Friday. What's the betting?
Yeah.
So we have a whole weekend to celebrate the coronation. Personally, I think it's just an excuse for another beer. But when she croaked it, Lizzie, we got an extra bank holiday.
Yeah.
And I must say, I was very grateful not to work that day. I sat online all day, well, in the morning anyway, as an alternative to this wonderful, stupid procession, or procession, of it being dragged through London on either the back of a cart or in a hearse. But it was tasteful. They didn't drop her. All them guards. I thought they might at one point. But, yeah, my apologies. We're not going to get an extra bank holiday next year. I think Charlie will be there for at least a third of the year. A third of the year.
I think that's how you know they don't really have a sense of humor, because what could have been better entertainment than a big drop?
Funnily enough, when the ex-Chancellor of the Exchequer announced his mini budget, that's what happened to the pound. It had a massive drop. Conspiracy music, how are you doing, my friend? If you would like to come up and you want to play a tune, we've got another guitarist up here who is really good. That's Eddie Gannon. You've got to have a look into his show, because I know that you support good musicians and artists as well, and you take it on the road. So I take my hat off to you, sir. Local, nice of you to drop by for the last 40 minutes or so. Don't know why you're late, but hey, it's the way it goes, mate. So I'm planning on doing some shows over on the streaming channel, PSYOP. And we'll think of an acronym for it. There's been a few. Some have been funny. Some have been really, really serious. But we can talk there where we can't talk here. So I might do something and put something up. Conspiracy. I've met Eddie and played one of his songs. My throat's going. Do apologise, guys. You're welcome to come up any time, and maybe he'll sing one of yours. Or you can just jam. We've got Carl and Alison, Positive Audio. They play as well. So there's loads of people that would love to do some jamming. I'm not sure how we're going to do it because, if I remember right, there's a slight problem with StreamYards. Sometimes it gets out of sync.
Yeah.
No, I am not trying to get a band together, Dodge. But and do you think it would be called the Grim Reaper Band, or do you think it'd just be called the Grimsters?
No.
Hey, I'll bring the triangle and the cowbell.
Yeah. It'd be Grimdad and the Grimsters.
Yeah. Listen, as long as I don't have to bring the ex-wife, because I don't like bringing cows anywhere. No, sorry, shouldn't say that. I take that back. It's an insult to cows. Right.
No.
I know. Professional paranormal research. How you doing, my friend? You dropped in last week, I think, if I remember right. I've got short-term memory loss.
Yeah.
I normally rely on Grandad. I don't know why. Maybe because he's got a longer memory than I have. Usually it's about 1 second more.
That's right.
UK transparency, no direction. Instead of one direction, no direction. Yeah, all right. And I wonder if we can sing, The Only Way Is Up. November the 5th's coming up. I wonder whether or not we can arrange it for then.
Yeah.
Think about that one, folks. It's and it's a bit subtle, that I know. The only true politician that tried to get into the Houses of Parliament, he failed. He blew himself up. Guy Fawkes, and we still celebrate it. Work that one out.
Yeah, it is a bit weird, isn't it? When you think I would have gone all PC and everything, and yet they still allow that. Yeah, but it's money.
Money makes the world go round.
Yeah,
unfortunately. The Grim Tubers. Oh,
yeah.
Dodge.
Yeah.
Tony Lee, if you're around, can you do us a favour? Can you come up with something better than that? He had the right idea. Indy, get your ass on the panel and join us. The link's at the top, my friend. Indy's good for a laugh.
Yeah, he is. Sure is.
Yeah. I've got to be honest, Conspiracy. I'm ending the streaming just before 10 o'clock. As I said to the guys earlier in the chat, I've been awake since 3 o'clock this morning, so I am a little bit tired. But no, we will be back to normal on Friday night, all things being equal.
If I'm normal.
Well, it's not you, is it?
Hey, Indy.
What?
They blamed you earlier for Lollipop. I don't know why.
What's Lollipop? Is that some sort of like not me moving the Kama Sutra? Because he won't be fucking lollipopping me, I'm telling you.
Well, it sounded so much like you with the squeaky voice.
Mate, my balls haven't been in a vice since I was about 10. The closest they come to being in a vice is in Susie's hand. That's when she squeezes it and makes me sing like Alec Jones.
Yeah. Fallen, meet the idiot. Meet Indy, please.
Howdy.
Sorry about your name, Fallen, but if I ever meet the old bastard that they call Grim, that's what he'll be doing. He'll be falling back in his coffin.
Hey, it's not often I get one over on him, but when I do, I smile for a week.
That's only because you've got your finger up your bum.
I liked your laugh, Indy. I liked your laugh. It was good.
What?
When you went and you was using your equipment to try and find spookies.
I wasn't trying to find spookies, mate. I was looking for someone to have a smoke with.
I forgot to comment, to be honest, because I was watching it on.
Mate, listen, it was the biggest load of crap I've ever done. Right, I've done a bit of research on the place. Yeah, there was 2 people that died there. One of them died of boredom, and the other one got fed up with waiting for the other one. Seriously, I'd have been better off going in there as Derek Acora. Is there anybody there that wants to smoke some crack in the attic, mate? Yeah.
Yeah.
There was the scariest thing in there was the pile of pigeon poop that I put my finger in. As you guys know, I've tried the ghost hunting thing. I've not really been very successful at it. I've not had any paranormal activity. I think the closest I've come to paranormal activity is my stomach grumbling because I need something to eat.
Yeah, usually eating edibles. Yeah.
Yeah, too damn right, mate. Well, I'm hoping to see something. So if they bring on the hallucinations, that's great.
Grandad.
Yeah.
Spooky thinks it's time for your cocoa.
Oh no.
And he's not on about the brown stuff you put in milk.
And Rasta, I made a lollipop instead. Lol, it means laugh out loud, little piece of piss. Who let the bots in? Because I blocked the bastards.
You're coming famous.
Yeah, listen, I want to ask you guys something, right? There's some photographs floating about on Telegram at the moment, yeah?
Yeah.
Of NATO ships that are meant to be docked in London. Now, I've done a 3-dimensional search of the area, so just be warned. There's people that are putting out these pictures of these NATO ships, and they're not even docked in London, and people are saying they're docked in London. They're not. They're probably in Portsmouth, which is the only naval port we've got in this country.
Yeah.
Why they're going to sail all the way up the Thames, I don't know.
Well, how did he get up there without being spotted by all the tourists?
This is what I mean, right? When anything like that happens in London, I'm one of the first people to get a phone call, yeah? It doesn't matter where in London it is, I'll get a phone call, message on Telegram, a text or something saying, there's something going on, blah, blah, get your ass down here with a camera. And I usually do. If I've got the money, I'll get up and go straight away. But if I haven't, I don't. But I've not had any phone calls saying, oh, well, we've seen NATO naval ships in docks, blah, blah, blah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my contact up in Portsmouth tomorrow, and I'm going to get him to go down to the dock and have a look for me.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that you got more chance of them sailing up the Mersey than you have the Thames.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, no. If they went up the Mersey, they'd probably melt.
Mate, if they went up the Mersey, they'd end up with their propeller getting nicked. What are you on about?
Fallen, we have a wonderful area in Britain called Liverpool. You may not have heard of it, and if you haven't, then you've not missed much. However, yes, we play football, as in football, not what you lot call it, soccer. Everton's a really good team, apparently.
Who?
It's where they make all the toffees. Everton toffees, that is.
That's what you're talking at the moment, mate. Toffee. There's only one team in Liverpool, and that is Liverpool.
Yeah, well, I can wind him up anytime.
Mate, you need a big piece to wind me up, I'm telling you.
Well, the trouble is, you and I are cut from the same cloth. That's the trouble.
Oh, listen, sorry, mate, we're not. I'm cut from a totally different cloth. Mine's coated with cannabis and LSD, mate. Yours ain't. Yours is a bedsheet.
The last person who borrowed my cloth was someone called Jesus, apparently.
Oh,
allegedly.
Was that the cloth that they found with the hand marks on it?
Yeah.
It was his wank rag.
Once used, throw it away.
Oi, listen, have you seen that loincloth that they're meant to have found which depicts his face on it?
Hang on. Todd is a FIFA certified referee. That means he plays it a lot on either the Xbox or the PlayStation. Am I joking?
I'm a certified referee for women's mud wrestling. It's great.
Yeah, but he did say Fifi.
Yeah.
Not FIFA.
Oh, FIFA, that's the French version of FIFA.
That's the poodle.
Oh, sorry, no, sorry. That's the Women's Football Association, Fifi.
Yeah. Oh, and Mr. Blue says, "Holy Christ!"
He was holy after they put them nails through him. I'm telling you.
Indeed, message from Purple for you.
Oh, go on.
On the screen. That's on the screen.
Oh, listen. The wind-up bit's fine, yeah? I'm not going to sell anything, so I'm definitely not a merchant, so there you
go. He couldn't sell anything. He's tried. He gives away badges. Blue Peter ones.
Right, mate. Oh, listen, I've had them badges since last year. I'm throwing them all in the bin on the 5th. I'm thinking about bringing out cod pieces for next year.
Tell you what, folks, it's always a laugh on here. I mean, now he says, I'm a diving FIFA.
Oh, Susie.
Shit, I don't know, mate. I've got to dig up the patio and find out. I did a project, mate. I let her rent a room and then I built an ensuite too, and she was under the patio, so. Yeah.
I can see you getting a clip.
Huh?
Hello, 1111.
She'll come and
how you doing? Thanks for dropping in. I met you a couple of nights or so ago. I do remember. Well, when I say I met you, I virtually met you. I spoke to you. The Fallen, have you ever come across this guy before? And if you haven't, do you want to take him with you when you leave? Do us a favour, mate.
He ain't got enough money to take me with him, fuck's sake.
I'm just trying to get through the verbiage. It's hard for me to. I mean, I get the comedy in a way, but I guess the accent and whatever, it's like I'm listening real close, so it's like I'm trying to.
Now you know how we feel.
Really? It's like. I mean, it's like joke, NATO, joke, NATO, joke, I think.
Boy, listen, can't you get the hint there? Joke, NATO is a joke. Joke, laugh at them because they're dicks.
And I'm not even going to mention the Ukraine.
Don't get me fucking started. I'm telling you, don't.
I told you I'm not going to mention it.
You fucking did, that's enough.
Oh. The Fallen's thinking, what the hell have I walked into now?
Yeah.
Have I got beer goggles on? How do you know? I've got flaming cans on. I turned them into... oh, no, they're empty. What's that you got? Golf stick?
What, me?
You look serious.
Who, me? No, I'm putting a mic back on the top of my camera.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm on my phone, but I've got my setup for my tablet to put in, but my phone fits in the holster, so instead of sitting there with it in my hand, I can put it up behind me and move the old tripod about, and I don't have to worry about carrying the phone around then.
Okay.
A little bit easier for me.
Yeah, anything for an easy life.
Anything for an easy wife, more like.
What's this, Spooky? Come on, Indy, spit it out. Spit what out?
If you went down to film a NATO ship, like, who would be on it? Like, could you tell, like, is a different country personnel on there? How would you? Because I've never seen a NATO ship.
I'll tell you how. It's a wonderful invention. It's called a drone. And me, I'm one of these little fuckers that don't care where I am. I'll put it up wherever because I'll get chased with it and I'll lose them. See ya.
Actually, he would turn around and say, he'd be the one saying, these are not the ships you're looking for.
These are not the ships you're looking for.
No, I'd say, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's a giant seagull. Look.
You sunk my battleship.
I'll be like,
it's
no,
a
mate.
grey one.
I'd say to him, no, mate, that's that intercontinental ballistic missile with a big Russian badge flying over that's going to hit your ship, mate.
Can I have a chef?
Anyway, guys, it's time for a song from Eddie. if he's still awake.
Yeah, just spoke.
Provisionally.
Give chance for Indy to have his gob rested for a minute.
Don't need to do that, mate. I can just go like that.
Who doesn't know what I'm talking about? Who's never left home? Who's never struck out? Find a dream, a life grown. Placing the clouds on the foundation stone. Many proceed and many will follow. A young girl's dream no longer hollow. It takes a shape of a place out of where. But it holds for her. She hasn't guessed yet. Wide open spaces, roommate, big mistake. She needs new spaces. She knows that highest is. She knows that highest is. She traveled this road as a child, wide-eyed and grinning. She never tired. But now she won't coming back with the rest. He's a life lesson. She'll take this test. She needs wide open spaces. Only the big dusty. She needs new faces. She knows that higher state. She knows that higher state. As her folks drive away, check the monster down the I'm leaving my girl. She said it didn't seem like long ago, but she stood there and let her folks know she needs wide open spaces. Roommate, they will stay. She needs new faces. She knows that I stay. She knows that I stay.
And the out-of-tune guitarist, Carl. Wondering Hippie, what's truth? What's going on? Thanks for joining in. Carl, how are you doing, mate?
God, it's Carl and Alison at the moment. Yeah.
Well, no. Carl, that was you playing. Alison plays a lot better.
Yeah.
Seriously. Okay, Carl and Alison, how are you doing?
So, yeah, I'm doing good, thanks. I haven't been on for a bit. How is everyone? I've come to say hello to Eddie and that, and come up and say hi. Sounds really good, you know, Eddie. I was going to come on. But I was out of tune, so I was tuning up, and then just as I got tuned, I thought, oh yeah, I'm still on. I'll come on and see if I could play along, but I don't know. I don't know if it sounds any good or what.
Oh, you always sound good.
Yeah. Nice to see you, Carl. And
yeah, nice to see you, Ray. I haven't seen you for ages. I haven't been on a panel for ages. I've never been on a panel with Indy before. There's Indy there, look.
Yeah, Indy.
Hello there, mate.
Oi, oi.
We've got all the stars. We've got the Fallen from across the states. We had Fake Mike Real News on earlier on. We've got Eddie. We've got What's Truth. We've got Wandering Hippie. We've got Spooky. Everybody. Hey, guys. I just want to say thank you so much. I didn't think to check the increase in people who've not just liked the show, but also subscribed to the show. We're getting close to the 500. So thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Blackwatch, how are you doing? We're actually finishing at 10 o'clock tonight, and the only reason being is I've got work tomorrow, and I want to try and get some sleep before I do fall asleep in the chair. I swore blind I would never, ever fall asleep live on the show.
Do you know what? I'd love to be there when you're live on your show, mate. I'd shave both your eyebrows off and everything, mate. See you later.
Oh, I know you would. And do you know what? I'd say the funny side to it as well. There's loads of people trying to do that.
Mate, you wouldn't when you see the big penis I've drawn on your head to replace your eyebrows. You'd be screwing, especially with a Sharpie marker. That'd be it, mate.
I've done that to people myself when they've been pissed out of their heads. And anyway, that's another story. I'll say that for another time. Work, that's a 4-letter word. You're right, it is.
For W, end of the day, there's an hour in the middle of it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was watching him, Big Mike, the other day. You know, he was live, and he was out and about with the live audio. It was quite good, like.
Yep.
I don't really talk on the he was busy anyway. He was really like some of the police were all standoffish. There was
Jose. Sorry.
Hello, Jose.
Some new friends from old. Where have you been, Jose? I've not seen you around for ages. You have to come over more often. Listen, for the time being, folks, I'm keeping StreamYards going on the paid service just for a little bit longer so we can have more people up. I don't like the porn bombers, so please don't. And I've got rid of the Queen bomber these days.
Mate, I was just about to get me baps out. You just blown it for me there now. Fuck's sake. I took my bra off and everything. Do you know what I mean? Still there.
What's that? Oh, it's a coffin behind you. You still got the Queen.
No, mate, I burnt her about 3 weeks ago on a barbecue, mate. You should have tasted her. She was lovely and crispy.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. Don't forget the tea bag. Okay. Yes, I'm still waiting to send some tea bags over to Hippie. I've got them all boxed up. The only thing that I haven't got is his address. Keep asking him for it.
Hey, this is Jay's got sound now, hasn't she, Grim? Have you heard the sound on her lives? Really gone good. And Indy, you know, you do the things with, what are they called, the abandoned houses and that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he does good music, doesn't he? He's getting the boss
quality.
Yeah,
Mr. E, he's spot on, like, he does all his own mixes and stuff.
Yeah, he's getting good quality there.
The guy just needs a little bit of a break, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I tell you what.
Like most musicians, do you know what I mean? Just got to work at it and keep going.
Do you know what?
I'll never become a musician because I ain't got it in me.
You know what, mate? It won't be no surprise to you of this, hearing this, but it's pretty corrupt, the music business. What's that there?
Bambino. Or Bambina.
Meet my granddaughter, the Grim daughter.
Yeah. Lovely.
So I said earlier on, before the end of the show, for those who missed her, I put her on. So you can all have a look. And you can do what the hell you like. With the exception of Indy.
I do what I fucking want anyway.
I just wondered what you do with that contraption there for a second with the baby there. I thought,
this is my peace pipe, bruv.
I've heard of breast pumps, but really?
When Indy sits down to have a session, he has a session.
Yeah, Indy. I thought it was a breast pump. Well, you said earlier you went a bra. So anyway, I went down to see her yesterday. I'm going down later in the week to see her again. I actually think that she's a little cutie, and that's about it. So I'm hiding her away now.
You got that on. You honestly.
Oh my God! Yeah.
And the best of it is, she's not Scouse either.
Plastic and it's got the buttons on. Yeah, do you know when I was going to come? Sorry to interrupt. I'm just having a chat with. I've ignored Eddie here, and we want to get on a bit of a music buzz because tell you what, we could have a little blast if we've got time. I thought it's half an hour. Probably, if you have a go record, I could have a go see if what the timing's like. There's any lag or whatever. Fingers crossed, mate. Fingers crossed. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, Indy, because I've never had a spoke to you. I've wanted to come on your panel once because what's his name there now? You know, Tyron Finder, mate, yeah. Because I met him once, and I wondered if he remembers me because there was going to be a march in Liverpool, right? And do you know what? My daughter just said, "I don't want you to go, Dad. I don't." And I'll do anything my daughter says. You know, one of them, like. And I said, "All right." And I couldn't. We had a hotel in town and everything, and it was in a lockdown thing, but he was allowed to have a break. You know, Alison was getting dead paranoid to go out. He was going to get jumped on. You know, if we went out the house sort of thing. But... Oh,
mate, I'll be all right walking through Liverpool. I've got it in my veins, mate. Look. What's that? Tattooed on my arm, mate. NFC. That's my passport in Liverpool. If anyone asks me who I support, I'm like, Who do you support? I answer questions with questions. They're like, "Oh, I'm a fucking blue lass." Like, well, 180, mate. See you later. I'm a red. Fuck off.
That's what Grim said as
Hang
well.
on, guys. Look, we've got 9 minutes to go. I am putting it at 10 o'clock.
Rhetorical questions as well.
There's a rhetorical question. Why does everyone seem to have an accent here? Because we do.
I'm your typical London loudmouth, not from East London, West London. I'm from dead centre, slap bang.
But you know what? I was in London, Indy, and I who did I contact? I thought Merrill might live around here, didn't, but I rang Uncle JJ because but I said to you in the chat, I said I'm in London, Indy, because I don't have notice to come in a couple of your lives. I was going to meet up with you, mate. You know, and have a little blast. Have a little laugh.
Yeah, mate, listen, if ever you're in London, drop me a message on Telegram, mate. I'll come meet you.
All right, next time, mate, because my daughter lives there now. She's she's by Brixton, but it's not far off. Yeah.
It's about
Lambeth,
20 minutes on the tube.
Yeah. So,
if I ever go to London, I'm keeping it quiet.
Good, because I ain't going to come and fucking meet you.
Hey, is that a bottle of Jack or something? Are you drinking? Oh, no, it's your mic. Sorry, you're licking your mic there.
He's window licking again.
No,
yeah, that's what he's doing.
Where's my tobacco?
What's broken? Your arm? I've got a spare. Seriously, I've got a spare that'll fit that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we started a little bit of a tradition a couple of weeks ago with Eddie. He's going to play it out in about 5 minutes' time. So, as a way of saying thank you to Eddie, I want to try and keep that going. I want to thank the Fallen for coming up. He's a glutton for punishment. The second time he's come up. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, please let us know, and we'll look at it in the normal way with any complaints. We'll just pass it to Indy.
Hey, Indy, what is that called? What is that called? Is that a hookah?
Yeah, it's my hookah pipe, man. Look, I'm original. Yeah, I've got my own little design on it and everything. Look,
that's nice.
Cool chills.
And then I've got some nice Poland strawberry tobacco to go with it, which is laced, mind you.
So, how many people can you fit on that? You just got it for one?
Yeah, just for me, myself, and I. Yeah, because I don't want to catch herpes off no one.
But I think everybody would get their own little straw, right? Or
that's only if I bought the bigger one. I'm a greedy bastard, and if I buy weed, I'm smoking it all myself. So
I got it.
Okay. Any complaints? Please put an email triplicate to dillygaff@idon'tgiveup.com. Thank you very much. So, Carl, it's the first time I've known you to be quiet for about 5 minutes. Congratulations. You go to the top of the class.
Oh, God, today.
That PayPal payment must have gone through then, yeah?
Yeah. Listen, if it's going to carry on like this, we're going to start playing a game. I've seen this game played before, right? It's on a show called The Shit Show, right? And what you do is you pay a nominal amount to kick anyone off the panel, including your host, right? But here's the stinger. You can also pay for people to be timed out in the chat. By the way, you must only donate money if you can afford it, and only in gold sovereigns.
And to shut him up, you got to pay it into my PayPal. Shut up, Grim. Be quiet.
It's got nothing to do with me whatsoever. This is Indy's game. He needs it more than me, folks. I might introduce that game over here. I think it's actually quite funny. Fallen is an American geezer. You're right. It's either that or he's Canadian. I'm not sure which.
American.
Oh, sorry. I've upset him.
No. So Granddad's got one too.
Well, no.
It's a vape pipe.
Oh, it looked like it had a cord coming out of it.
Nah, yeah, he's on popcorn line.
Oh, I get it. It's plugged in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
You're
special
right.
English edition. It vibrates when it plugged in.
Blackwatch, you're right. You're right. There is no gold coins in England. The Bank of England took them all. Right, guys, I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to bid you farewell, and we'll be back on Friday night, all things being equal, from 8:15. Is it, Grandad?
Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, that'll do. So we'll do it all again. If anyone's available, you want to drop on by, you're more than welcome. You know that. We'll have another well thought out live. And everything will go according to plan. But everyone stay safe. And now, can everyone please mute up while Eddie plays it out? And if you want to drop off while he's playing, do so. I'm not going to end the stream. Oh, he's gone already. I'm not going to end the stream until Eddie's finished. Away you go, Eddie. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Eddie.
And now the end is near, and so I faced the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, I've traveled each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, I saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I can chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spat it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed, I've cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, oh no, not me. I I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way.
Thank you, and good night.
Well done, Eddie.